Alright folks, we'll be back here again doing the last part of the project, which would be the rear window. So I got a sheet of Lexan. It was 150 bucks, 40 inches by 60 inches. I've already set it up there, used kind of the clamps as a stop to where it would rest right here, because this right here is the only like flat spot on the bottom. We're going to try to get it to lay in that groove right there. And what I did, I ended up taking that flashlight, put it in the car, turned all the lights off in the shop, and then turned the light on. It basically gave it a silhouette around it, and that allowed me to draw my marker line. So that's my marker line right there. And I'm going to go ahead, pull some measurements real quick and just kind of see what I have on here and then see what I have up there and make sure that the two correspond with one another before I cut it out with the rotozip.
Sense of danger from Warren Jack in a bottle of Coke.
So we come over here and we pretty much have the seam pretty well. You look up at the top, you know, that seam, you can't really get any closer. Touching right there. I mean, then we come over here to this. So what we actually have to do, we try to arc this and get a bulge in it. And if you can see, I mean, I'm literally 1/4 of an inch too much. So I have to trim that, starting at that corner right there. And then we got to come all the way down to here. See, that wants to try to lay flat, and we've got to bend it and mold it. So we're gonna go in there and take that little bit off and then pop some rivets in it. So that's what we're gonna do now. Got a nice contour here. You can see the contour. Yeah, kind of curved over. It's not laying flat anymore. I don't even have center support brace in here yet. This side's looking good. Got a nice tight curve there. We'll take the heat gun. We'll heat that up. Bend that in. Put some self tappers up here just for temporary. Then we'll follow it with rivets. Now what I'm going to do is go ahead and draw me a line and cut that off. So with the lights off, now we'll come over here and we'll look. And you can see this is your area here. So you got basically a 1-inch area where your rivets or your screws will go. You can see the originals. Then we come over here and we have probably a 2-inch lip. Can't pay attention to the bottom. But you come over here and you notice you've only got about an inch lip here all the way up. So that means we have to go to the other side and make the adjustment. very cool idea of figuring out what we need. But that's how we do it. Alright, so we go ahead and we've marked our line. We followed the contour. And what I noticed is down on the bottom we needed to also trim all the way across. The reason why is because the trunk lid, when it comes in, the trunk lid actually overlaps to that point right there. So we have to actually put it where the window frame was, not where the flat part of the seal for the trunk was. So we have to trim that as well. That's what we're gonna do now. Okay, so you can see here, see that piece, that trim, and the other trim. We went ahead and cut out the extra that was right here along the edge, the little bit that was along the bottom there, and I just did a little bit of trimming right here. And if you come over here, here is the window. It's pretty much where we want it to be. Wow, that light, it's blinking. I don't know if you can notice that in the video. It's cold out here. So we've got this cut basically where we want it. So what we have to do to appease the sanctioned rules is you have to have a window support. So I went to Lowe's last night, and basically the idea here is I'm going to put a thin piece on the outside and a thicker piece on the inside in 2 rows. So you'll have one here, one here. This will be on the inside, and this will sandwich the window. That way if the window ever breaks or shatters or whatever, these will actually hold it in place and prevent it from coming out. So that's what I'm going to work on now. We have to find a good mounting point. The curve of the window, and I think that's a good mounting point there. And we got another one here. You just want to make sure they're parallel, perpendicular, appeasing for the eye. Cool.
See, we got it mounted up there.
Angle comes down, got it mounted there. Now all we got to do is repeat it on this side. Alright, both bars are mounted. We're going to go ahead and lay the windshield on it and see how that works. Okay, so we've got a bulge here, and that bulge is strictly from that center support and trying to have the arch contour to the window. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to take out some of that arch to where this window can more or less lay flat, because I think we've just got too much going on there. I mean, it might work, but it's going to be under constant stress. Alright, so I moved the 2 support braces, and the window actually sits pretty flush. You can see the bar there. That's the seam right there. And if you push that down, it goes into there. Follows the contour of the original pretty well. That's basically what it looks like.